Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of my Ultimate Ironman account, where I am attempting to earn every piece of gear in the game from scratch in order from the weakest to the strongest. Currently I am still working on ranged and more specifically ranged ammunition. As I've mentioned now in a few episodes, there are a few hurdles, I could say, to get through all of the ammunition to anything kind of worth using. There are Herblore requirements, fletching requirements, but realistically, these are all skills I should be getting up eventually anyway. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed the video and let's get started. Okay, I'm starting the episode with a nice little reward from my man Dunce. Even though this isn't like a restricted account that way, the Genie randoms and the Dunce randoms are still pretty good. We just got 570 Herblore experience, which will probably save me like realistically 20 or 30 minutes. And we are just about to get a level 59 hunter once we catch this last guy here. And that is going to be enough hunter for now. We can now catch red salamanders, which is actually one of the next requirements for our main hand ranged weapon. Now, I need to do a couple quests here to give me some Herblore experience, and one that I always forget about for some reason is One Small Favor, which will actually get us 20,000 Herblore experience, which is going to save us a lot of time leveling it up normally. So yeah, pretty much we're just looking for one Hairlander, and I just thought I might as well do a bit of Slayer, even though I could theoretically probably go and get it a different way. Of course, though, I'm getting the most terrible tasks possible. Okay, we went from desert lizards to rock slugs, but look at that, we actually got the mystic gloves. I might keep them for now, but realistically, by the time I can actually use them, I'll have access to the Mages Guild anyway. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get another Slayer task here. We're looking for maybe Chaos Druids. Yeah, you know what? Why don't we just go kill Chaos Druids? I'm not doing that. Okay, that was pretty quick. We got our Hairlander, along with quite a few other things. And I believe that is the last prerequisite item we needed. Now we can go ahead and start One Small Favor, which everyone knows is a bold-faced lie. Now, One Small Favor takes like an hour just because people can't make up their mind on what they want. Now, the only thing that's going to be different for an Ultimate Ironman is we are pretty low on space right now. I do have our graceful armor set on and quite a few things in the inventory, but let's go ahead and get this started, and hopefully there will be no hiccups. Yeah, you can see here that I am like 100% filled for inventory spaces. Now I could drop my ranged gear in the looting bag, but I need it back at the end of the quest. So that's probably not worth doing. Okay, finally we can clear up a few inventory spaces. We now have the Guthix Rest Tea unlocked if we do need that in the future. Probably won't be making that, but it is something unlocked for the account. Alright, I have a bit of an issue here. When I was trying to fix the gnome's landing strip or whatever, my gems broke like a lot. So unfortunately we need to go get the gems back, and apparently I don't have 40 mining, so I'm gonna have to go do that quickly. Stupid gnome. That's a very interesting drop. Uncut diamond, uncut ruby, and adamantite ore. That ended up taking me about 2 hours, I think, maybe a bit less. That would have been quite a bit quicker had I not broken all my gems, but there we go. One Small Favor is completed. We get the key ring as well. I don't know if that's going to be worth keeping. Probably not. But most importantly, we got those 2 precious experience lamps, which we are going to chuck promptly into Herblore. 10,000 Herblore experience. That is awesome, bringing me to 41. And another 10,000, which will probably bring me to 43. Yeah, so we still need one more level to go, but we're pretty close to the level, only 2.7k more. And that is going to be our Herblore grind done. Most notably, we have the prayer potion already. I'm not sure if I actually had that unlocked or not, but now we can go ahead and make prayer potions, as well as a few other things. Okay, I'm going to try this decanting trick again. For whatever reason, last time my potions didn't end up being noted after decanting them. Now, my understanding now is that if you don't have inventory spaces to have all of the potions you have in your inventory be unnoted, they will then be noted, if that makes any sense. Okay, we're going to try decanting them to 2 doses, and okay, there we go. Honestly, Ultimate Ironman mechanics are so mysterious because there weren't a lot of people playing this game mode until more recently. This is going to be our final potion, and a prayer potion, no less. There we go. That is level 44 Herblore, which means we can make the Herlander tar. Didn't need to do that exactly right now, but I thought I might as well get out of the way. Herblore is pretty inventory intensive, so it's better to do it in longer bursts than to just do it kind of haphazardly. And we got another big agility level coming in. That is going to be level 65 agility just from the agility pyramid. You know what? This thing is kind of growing on me. At first I hated it, and now I actually think it's pretty cool. Now, just a few days ago, I realized something, and that is that I have a bit more work ahead of myself than I originally thought, just to get to the bone bolts, which was kind of my mid-game goal. And the big sticking point here is the adamant brutal. I was looking at the brutals, and it looked like you could buy them from a shop, but that is actually not true. It's only player stocked. And the only way to create an adamant brutal is with adamant nails. And unfortunately, to make adamant nails, we need level 74 smithing. Now, luckily, there is a way to get rune nails, and mithril nails we'll be able to smith here pretty soon. So it's really just the adamant nails. So I'm going to be shifting my focus a bit more towards smithing because we need to at least probably get, well, 70 or 69 smithing. And I do have a few different methods in mind. Now, I had about 200,000 GP, and I ended up spending it on about 500 nature runes. Now, I'm going to be doing the triple training method I did in, I think, episode number 3, as I really want to get a bit more smithing experience, magic experience also, ranged and fletching. Now, there is 2 options here. I'm going to continue to make dart tips. It is definitely pretty slow smithing experience, so I'm not going to be doing this the whole way. However, the added benefit is I get all of that ranged experience, I get fletching experience, and that is going to be level 45 smithing. Okay, so we ended up blasting through those nature runes rather quickly, and there's a bit of a dilemma here. So it took me probably an hour, maybe a bit less, to afford enough nature runes to do this for maybe half an hour, 45 minutes. So while I'm getting a pretty good total experience of around 50,000 experience an hour while I'm doing this, specifically smithing is kind of slow. We're getting around 15,000 experience an hour. Okay, we have our very first medium clue casket. I'm very excited. It took me a long time to do this because for some reason my clue scroll helper was turned off. Don't know why. But yeah, let's go ahead and open it up. We're really looking for the U short bow. No U short bow, but we got a strength amulet and a fire staff or staff of fire. No, wait a sec. That's actually a fire battle staff. Hey, there we go. That is actually a gear upgrade. Didn't even realize. The battle staves wouldn't have taken that long to get, but that saves me a fair bit of time actually. So now I'm going to compare it to the alternative method, and that is repairing motherlode mine struts. Kind of a weird method, and it's a bit dependent on the time of the day, because if there's a ton of people here, the struts won't need repairing as often. The benefits for this one is that it's extremely AFK, and the smithing experience is going to be better than the alternative method. You get 1.5 times your smithing level and experience every time. So right now I'm getting 69 experience, which will probably equate to maybe 25,000 smithing experience an hour. So yeah, I ended up with around 25,000 experience an hour, and that is going to be a pretty big milestone smithing level. That is going to be level 50. My next major goal is 60, and at that point, smithing training can realistically begin. I'm not entirely sure what happened to this clip, but what we're doing now is starting off the Temple of Ikov quest. Now, luckily, you can actually get the ice arrows, which is going to be my next gear upgrade, without having to actually complete the quest, and thus I don't actually need the U short bow yet. And there we go, there are the ice arrows. That is another gear upgrade. It feels kind of bad leaving a quest half completed, but I'll come back as soon as possible and finish it up. And that is another gear upgrade. There is the steel brutal, just kind of blowing through these ammunition slot upgrades now. Now, a very useful tip that someone actually told me in one of my previous videos is that if you leave this underground area the exact same tick that you die, your items will be on the outside, which is incredibly helpful. Okay, we're going to start working on the ammunition slot upgrades, and the next one on the list is the Marintil tar. Okay, there we go. That is another gear upgrade. There is the Marintil tar created. Looks pretty damn good. Honestly, I would consider using tars if the swamp paste was easier to gather. And we have a really big ranged level coming in. That is level 70 ranged just from AFKing at the sand crabs. Pretty damn crazy, really. Okay, here's going to be our very first cache built, actually. That's 150 construction experience, and really, I want to complete these every time because gathering the items for every clue scroll is a complete bitch. And that is going to be our very first easy casket completed. Oh, wow. And we managed to throw the rest of the darts, and that has brought us to 72 ranged. So those 5,000 or so iron darts, I think got us from around 68 ranged to 72, so quite a lot of range levels actually. Unfortunately, on step number 4, we can't complete this medium clue scroll, so we're going to drop it. We really want to try to do every one of them we can because we're looking for that U shortbow drop, and it's about a 1 in 20 chance, so it's not that rare. Now, next up here, we have a really interesting upgrade we need to get, and that is the Black Brutal. Now, the only way to make a Black Brutal is with a Black Nail. And there's only 2 ways to get those in the entire game. One is opening this ogre chest. The other is a zombie in Tarn's lair, so we're going to go for the chest. Now, I have only tried opening them with keys, which I will do, but I'm going to try maybe picklocking them first. Oh shit, I'm diseased. Okay, that's not going to work. Oh. Now, as I kind of want to train my magic up a bit anyway, I decided to try the Crumble Undead spell. And then I realized I can't auto-cast it. So that desire is wearing off pretty quickly. I am probably going to go ahead and grab the Ogre Comp Bow, because at least then I can just auto-attack without having to cast this stupid spell every time. Oh, I actually got Eagle Eye. Didn't even realize that. I got level 44 Prayer just by burying a Zogre Bone. Alright, well there we go. That wasn't actually too bad. We only opened, I think, around 20 Ogre chests. From a video I made in the past where I opened 1,000 of these, I think it's around a 1 in 10 chance. No, I think I did some bad math there. But anyway, we killed 20 of them. But anyway, we got the Black Nail. That's all we need. Oh my god, my inventory is kind of stressing me out right now. But there we go. We add the Black Nails to the Flighted Ogre Arrow. And that is going to be another gear upgrade. That is the Black Brutal completed. Probably one of the more interesting grinds I've had to do recently. Okay, last up here, we're going to go ahead and just murder this wolf with a Black Brutal. I think all I need to do is chisel the wolf bone and then add them to the Flighted Ogre Arrow. And there we go, there's the Ogre Arrow, another gear upgrade. And you know what, since we're right here, let's go ahead and get another one. Next up here is the Mithril Arrow, very easy to get. I could see myself actually using these. And that is going to be, and we're looking for the Bronze Javelin. There it is, that is another gear upgrade. I actually didn't know about this Void Knight archery store, and it actually has javelins up to rune, which is going to save a lot of time later. Okay, next up here we're looking for the Kebbit Bolt. Apparently we need to squish one of these prickly kebbits and then use a chisel on it. I don't think I've ever obtained this item before, but there's another squished kebbit, and if we just use the chisel on here, that is going to be yet another gear upgrade, the Kebbit Bolt. Alright, next up here is going to be the Blurite Bolt. We went ahead and mined a Blurite ore, smithed it into a bar, and we smithed it into unfinished bolts, and now I'm actually too lazy to go to Port Sarim and buy feathers, so we just went ahead and killed a chicken. And that is going to be the Blurite Bolt, yet another gear upgrade out of the way. Okay, next up here is Broad Arrows. Luckily, we can buy them from the shop without having to actually unlock the ability, so we don't really need 50 Slayer or any fletching yet. Next up here, we're looking for the Terramintar, so we just went ahead and killed a few Chaos Druids. Did risk 130k for that. And there we go, that is going to be the Terramintar. That is the second to last tar we need to unlock, I believe. Another really easy gear upgrade here, and that is the Adamant Arrow. That is actually going to be a very nice upgrade to have. Adamant arrows I may actually find myself using for like barrows or maybe the crazy archaeologist. I probably am going to use those arrows. And that is going to be a massive magic level that took me a long time to get. I don't really know why I did put that off so long, but that is 55 magic. We can now use the High Alchemy spell, and at the exact same time there's also 45 mining. And that is going to be level 54 smithing, a very good milestone level there. With that, we now have the requirement to create the Mithril Nail. Man, there's such a big gap between Mithril and Adamant. Anyway, this looks like as good a place as any to record my final clip. That is going to be it for today's episode. We really made a lot of progress through the ammunition tree. So we went through maybe 20 upgrades today, just getting the requirements out of the way. A lot of those weird ammunition items are now done with, so moving forward, we're actually going to be getting into things that are going to be harder to unlock, which I'm really excited for. We got all the way up to 72 ranged. We got our Herblore level up a substantial amount, and we're already up to 54 smithing, only 6 more levels to go. Things are looking good. I hope you enjoyed the episode, guys, and I will see you next time.